DEI, or what's better known as diversity, equity, and inclusion. An initiative or a set of laws put together by the Biden-Harris administration that was designed to help marginalized groups or groups of people that are now considered people of color.
Like me, okay?
I thought I was black. Maybe I'm African American. Either way, it was designed to help marginalized groups reach certain levels of success and gain access up the corporate ladder and in society as a whole. But is that what DEI did? Now, considering that I am one of those people that DEI was supposed to help, in this video, I'm going to tell you from the position of someone who was in management, how DEI happened, what it cost major corporations, and the negative consequences connected to DEI. Welcome to the Mr. Wilson's Got a Headache podcast. I'm your host, Dennis the Menace. Listen, do me a favor since you're already here. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel for future content, and make sure you join the conversation in the comment section. Check this out.
This morning, a major decision at Walmart, not about holiday sales, but about diversity programs, also known as DEI programs. It's joining a growing list of companies rolling them back. This morning, the world's largest retailer says it's rolling back some of its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. Walmart, which employs more than 1.5 million Americans, joins a list of major corporations revising DEI initiatives. The company saying every decision comes from a place of wanting to foster a sense of belonging, to open doors to opportunities for all our associates, customers, and suppliers.
This is the single largest employer in the United States. We are talking about a company that is worth almost $1 trillion on its own.
Robbie Starbuck, a political commentator and anti-DEI activist, celebrated the development. He's previously pressured companies, including Lowe's and John Deere, to change their policies.
The truth about DEI is that although it's well-intentioned, it's mostly garbage. Okay? It's kind of like the Black Little Mermaid. Just because racists hate it doesn't mean it's good. And you know I'm right, because every one of you has sat through one of those diversity training sessions and thought, this is some bullshit. And it's not just you. Over 900 studies have shown that DEI programs don't make the workplace better for minorities. In fact, it can actually make things worse because of the backlash effect. Remember DARE from school? Y'all remember DARE? Yeah. She said, woo. DEI training is like DARE for racism. And you all know how effective that was. I was sitting there going, oh shit, there's a ton of fun drugs I should try.
So it seems like even though Donald Trump has not made his way into office yet, corporations are stepping away from DEI. Let's go back to 2021. I was working for a major corporation. I was in management. And during that time, it was our normal practice that when we wanted to hire somebody to fill a position, somebody from human resources would reach out to management and let us know of the need. And then we would approve them to go ahead and put a post on Indeed. Now, in that post, it was pretty much a generic post. It talked about what you needed to be able to do in order to do these jobs, all the job requirements, how much you needed to be able to lift, how long you needed to be on your feet. But in 2021, when the Biden administration introduced legislation and DEI initiatives, everything changed. We went from having a crew of people who got the job done consistently every night, no problems. But in 2021, corporate decided to all of a sudden start sending people for interviews, even though we hadn't put an ad up yet. So our human resources gave us a call and tried to figure out who it was that was putting this ad up and why she had people coming in for interviews that she knew nothing about. And she also wanted to know why certain people were showing up for positions when she usually would give these people calls to weed out people who may not be good for the job. Eventually, after asking around to all the managers who's doing this and everybody denying it, one of the managers decided to check their company inbox. There was an email that had been sent to all of us introducing DEI and letting us know that corporate had taken the initiative to send these people to us. Now, in this particular section of the business, it was hands-on. It was more of an entry-level position, and you had to do things like unload trucks But even though the requirement for this particular job was somebody who could lift 90 pounds repeatedly all night long, they were sending us people who physically just didn't fit the bill. Whether they be female, whether they be male, whether they be elderly. Why? Because DEI was also against ageism. So now you got somebody who should be retired in receiving, supposedly helping unload a truck, but at a pace that slowed the job down and made it last 3 times as long as it would, with a crew of people who fit the bill for this particular assignment. So we go from everything being done every night and us really not thinking about it because it was so consistent that we expected it to be done, to pallets of stuff laying all over the place in the morning when we came in, and orders not being fulfilled for some of our best clients. Not only is that the case, but some of the workers who were there, and these are people that we knew we could depend on. These were our best people who produced the best results and got the most work done on a consistent basis. When these other people were hired, we had to go to them and ask them if they could pick up the pace, even though they were already working extremely hard. Over time, we saw some of these people get hernias. We saw some of these people faint and hit their heads. And now we had a mountain of workers' comp claims all over the place. So now we had to pay for their hospital visits. We had to pay for their surgeries. We had to pay them 70-75% of their salary. And then we had to pay for their physical therapy. A lot of those people, when they came back, they stayed for a month or two, and then they found themselves another job. So now we don't have that small group of people who every organization depends on, that small nest egg of people who really get it done. You know, the people you can count on, the people that you know you don't have to babysit and you don't have to micromanage in order to get anything done. You don't even have to motivate these people. These self-starting people who come and get it done have now left the company and moved on. Fast forward, 2022, I'm working somewhere else. I go into a management position. I start going through training and learning the ropes. And within a few months, not only did I come in at a management position, but I was elevated to a position just over that. I felt good because this company had not adopted DEI, but then they decided from corporate to adopt DEI. Now, this is one of the things about DEI that most people don't want to talk about. DEI is not just about gay or female, or there's also an element of DEI that's about ageism. So now, in order to meet the standards of DEI, this company hired and elevated a 23-year-old manager sitting around with me and all my other gray-haired managers. This person was not confident enough to be in a meeting with us because at our ages, we just tell it like it is, tell it straight up. We don't take things personally. And now we have a 23-year-old male manager who's not confident, who's not punctual, and most importantly, he's not consistent. And what I'm about to say to you might seem like a joke. You might think that I'm just gassing you up, but I'm telling you right now, what I'm about to tell you is the 100% truth. Within an 8-month period, this 23-year-old guy had missed 55 days. Myself and other management had spoken to district management and regional management saying, hey, we can't continue to move on like this because there are certain things that computer will only give other managers access to do. So we just can't tell somebody else to do his job. One of us had to do it. And even though he missed 55 days and the policy said that you only got a certain amount of occurrences, a certain amount of sick time, a certain amount of vacation time, they still wouldn't fire him because they needed to keep their numbers right for DEI. Fast forward, we finally got him demoted. Now, this might be a touchy subject to you, but I'm gonna say it anyway. After all, on this show, my name is Dennis DeMenace. We had a woman come and fill that position. She was more around our age, but I guess she had never been in management before. She was a single mother who lived around 40 minutes away from the facility. They gave her the position even though she didn't have a car. So how was she supposed to get to work? A lot of the men there were married, so they just couldn't go pick her up. Their wives didn't think that was right. They would even talk to their wives about, I can't pick her up, I'm married. That's the way that they responded to it. So they looked at me. Now, mind you, I lived 2 miles away from the facility. Now I had district management, regional management, and the other managers in the space suggesting that maybe I should go pick her up. No, come on. I told them no. Why did you give her the job when there was another location 10 minutes away from her house? Let me know right now in the comment section if you ever had any issues with DEI or whether or not you support DEI at all. Either way, it looks like 2025, things are going to be a little different, a little more normal. The comment section is open. Do me a favor, if you're still watching, like the video. Please give me a like. I need that from you. I appreciate you in advance. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. I got new content dropping all the time. And as always, I'll see you on the next video.